We're just going to ask you a few questions about the Foxton Centre and your role that you play in the Foxton Centre and what kind of experiences that you've had working here.
Okay. Alright, so there's quite a few different things to cover there. So my name's Jeff Marsh and I'm the Chief Executive of the Foxton Centre. We are a registered charity. We've been around a long time. We're a Preston-based organisation, and that kind of place-based approach is really important. We work specifically with rough sleepers, and we have an outreach team that goes out around the city centre probably twice a day, meeting people out on the streets and engaging with them.
My name's Mel, and been on the streets a year now, and me and my partner that we met last year in temporary accommodation.
My name's John Thompson. I am 45 years old. I've been homeless for around about 6 months now.
My name's Neil Black. I'm a service user at Foxton Centre in Preston. I've been a service user for 20 years.
How did you hear about the Foxton?
The outreach guys that came around, you know, because they do a breakfast club.
Yeah.
You can go and get your breakfast in the morning.
I found the Foxton Centre by mistake. Then I came into the Foxton Centre to see what was going on.
Over the years, Foxton has kind of, like I said, its mission has changed and grown, and we do an awful lot of work with homeless people now. We've got the builders coming in today, the architects, about our homeless hub that we're developing.
Been staying in a tent for the past couple of weeks, and we go to the Foxton Centre. You can go and stay overnight when the temperature gets to a certain temperature. We can go for morning, like in the morning for breakfast and like for showers, things like that.
4 days a week we run a day centre where people can come in and get a hot meal in the morning, access to showers, clean clothes, and the opportunity to sit down with a social worker. The kind of group of people that we work with are people with what we call multiple and complex needs. So that can be a mixture of addictions, drug and alcohol.
I did have an alcohol addiction myself for quite a few years, which I'm abstinent now, and I'm enjoying everyday life.
I did have some drug problems years and years ago, and they said, you know, they'd help with that also, which they did. They helped me. They helped me with it.
Working with people who've been using drugs and alcohol for the last 20 years, their bodies are knackered, basically. You know, they've got lots and lots of physical health problems which need to be addressed, you know, from ulcerated legs, breathing difficulties, things like hepatitis and HIV, you know, a whole range of general medical needs that need to be sorted. So it's really exciting, the moves to have those services for rough sleepers, because they don't get access to those very easily.
There's a lot of people who has actually built a relationship back with their family, because their families know they are getting help, whether it's alcohol addiction, whether it's drug addiction. You know, it's a good new start in life for these people.
There's a correlation between the number of bad things that happen when you're a child and poor outcomes for you as an adult later in life. Domestic abuse at home, it might be poor health. All these things kind of contribute to a child's development. Okay, that can then affect the behaviour of adults as they grow up and how they handle difficult situations in their lives. Things go wrong, get buffeted by life. We've just got to keep carrying on and you know, keep plugging away at things for people, and hopefully their lives will start to come together.
I hope the Foxton Centre continues what it's doing, giving people a second chance in life. It's a privilege to give this interview to you two guys, because you know what you do want to do in life. And I wish you guys all the best in the future, and everybody else who will be listening to this.